Hey, Ryan, do you believe in Santa?
What kind of question is that? Of course I believe in Santa.
Right? I know. But as you know, some idiots out there don't.
I hate those people, Seth.
Me too.
I hate those people so much.
we feel compelled to warn our listeners that if you believe in Santa like a normal person, you might want to skip this episode and have a Merry Christmas.
God bless us, everyone.
Even Santa deniers. Yeah, they can screw up.
Yeah, I hate those people. Hey, Seth, how's it going?
It's going terribly, Ryan. I'm angry.
Why are you so mad?
Because Christmas came inexplicably. It's December 6th, so I don't know how Christmas came. It's clearly before Christmas because Zad is playing before Christmas. But Christmas came, and I didn't get what I wanted. Damn it.
Whoa. Why the hostility? What did you want?
Ryan, I wanted affordable stock music, and no one would freaking give it to me.
Dude, well, I got a great gift for you today because our sponsor...
An ad script?
Yes.
I sure hope so.
Our sponsor today is MusicBed, and you can get affordable music, high quality affordable music, more high quality than any other music resource.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. I'm completely serious, Seth. That means instead of thousands of variations on dubstep by some guy in his parents' basement.
I hate variations of dubstep, and I hate that guy's basement.
Any genre, any mood... Christmas really did come early this year, Seth.
And Ryan, it's never going away because MusicBed has so much damn music that you'll love.
I'll tell you what, Christmas is not done giving you gifts because if you use the coupon code GAMESHOW at checkout, MusicBed is going to give you your first month free when you purchase an annual subscription and start unlocking your film's full potential.
This is the best Christmas gift I've ever received.
I'm so happy to get it to you, Seth.
And one time, I got elephant art, and this is better.
What?
So we need like the Avengers, like in game in the third act of like all of the Christmas IP, like Spider-Verse,
all the Christmas, and then all
Christmas
the famous
IP.
pirates on the other side.
This is into the Santaverse, is what we're looking at here.
Blackbeard versus Whitebeard, semicolon, into the Santaverse. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Ryan.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Seth.
And welcome back to a very special Christmas episode of the Writers Room Game Show. It's the podcast where every week we generate an original feature film idea from scratch in under 60 minutes, working from a set of random prompts given to us by a big Hollywood studio.
At the beginning of every episode, the studio, which is really just an iPhone shortcut, assigns us, the contestants, a new project consisting of 4 components: the genre, the tone, the demographic, and a studio mandate, which is basically just a random thing that the studio is requiring.
We then have 1 hour to develop a feature film idea that fits the assigned criteria, with surprise roadblocks along the way.
Surprise roadblocks. Watch out for them. Surprise roadblocks. At the end of the episode, we'll focus group the idea with someone from the target audience of which we were assigned and ask them actual dumb focus group questions. If they answer positively to all 4 of our focus group questions, we will win. We will win. Except for turnip. Sorry.
And if they answer negatively, if we get a bad score, then we lose and we get coal in our stockings. And then we do it again next week. Seth, Merry Christmas. We're 3 days until Christmas. It's a very exciting time.
Oh, that's when this comes out. It's like
we have weeks.
I am very confused. What year is it? Yes. Christmas. I'm very, very excited. My children are very excited. I am very excited.
Yes, it's my children. My children are very excited too. My one child.
Your one children
who is making lots of sounds. I imagine she's very excited for her.
You got to record those sounds. I haven't heard any baby Polly sounds
it's just
yet.
It's a gooing and guying and all the baby sounds. It's very fun.
It's a polyphonic spree.
Yeah, exactly, with 2 L's and a lot of screaming, which is not as fun. But
it's like a David Lynch film. It's just a cacophony of various sensory experiences.
Speaking of films and my daughter, I was laughing with Whitney the other day because it's really funny that my daughter's name is Amelie and my dog's name is Ladybird. Phil Smith and my wife's name is Whitney, and I was like, technically that's a documentary about Whitney Houston. So, I was like, so we've got. I can make an entire letterbox list with the
I would
the
love
women
it
in
if
my
your
life.
wife is named after not Whitney Houston, but the Whitney Houston documentary biodoc.
Oh man, but I guess this is.
I've got let's see, Elliot is named after E.T., obviously. Ava is named after a character. This may seem kind of pretentious. Is named after a character from a series I wrote and directed. So she's kind of named after a good friend of ours because a good friend of ours played her. Mm-hmm. And that character was named after Ava Marie Saint, specifically because I love North by Northwest.
You're forgetting
Olivia, what's my other child?
You're forgetting the name
I actually forgot what I was talking about. To tell you the honest truth. No, Olivia is named after an amalgam of various Olivias, all from popular culture. Mainly the wonderful Olivia the Pig character from the Olivia books. If you're not familiar with those,
great. Yeah,
you got to go.
Totally.
Okay, cool.
So fun. Kids. Okay, talking points.
Kids!
Right up front. I'm going to get through these quick because we got a lot of fun show to go through. Guys,
yes.
We have a Discord. Go check the show notes. Join our Discord. We got a lot of our roomies, what we call our listeners, hanging out, talking about episodes, talking about random stuff, recommending shows and movies. Join the Discord. Show notes.
It's a blast. It really is fun.
writersroomgame.show. What else we got, Seth?
Well, the other thing you can do in that Discord is you can recommend mandates and genres and all kinds of things for the prompt generator that we feed right into it, and you've heard on the show.
So fun.
Also, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Go the hell on there and just give us 5 stars, 4 at the least, and review us. You can just put a few simple words in there and review us. Honestly, it's a very low commitment endeavor, and it helps us.
We're
we
so
think,
very grateful.
We're sure.
Yes.
So please do it.
Also,
thing, what else?
Yeah, call the Notes Hotline. We have the WRGS Notes Hotline. It's 1-866 HEY-WRGS, which is HEY-WRGS. And you can
not like HEY-WRGS. That's where you call to order our hay, our visual writers room game hay,
branded hay,
writers room hay bales.
And you can call that Notes Hotline. Leave us a note on what you would have done better on some of these ideas. And we've gotten a lot of great calls, of which we will play on the show. Last week, we had a great note from one of our listeners who actually who talked about, we came up with that story, Soft Air, and we actually talked about a lot of stuff that isn't actually true and doesn't help people
stuff
with their
that we didn't know
PTSD.
We were talking about. So surprise, the hour-long podcast where we write an entire feature film and have no time for research.
So
we got a few things wrong.
Yeah, please,
but what's great is that
educate us if we need to be educated. It's great.
Please God, we need it. And so thank you to LA Nick out there for hitting us up with that really great constructive feedback last week.
I think that about does it for our talking points up front.
Normally the studio calls about now, but I don't know what to do.
Well, since they haven't called, I want to recommend an incredible short film. I don't know if I'm
apropos to nothing.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it's incredible because I'm the executive producer and I edited.
Am I allowed to say? I consulted at one point, so I can say. I got nothing. I got no name on that thing. It's fantastic. This is a absolutely fantastic short. Paulie, give them the deets.
Okay, it's called The Wages of Sin, and it's a black and white sort of Twilight Zone Twilight Zone meets Oh Brother Where Art Thou. It's directed by Gunnar Willis, who's a great person, unrelated to this episode completely.
Completely apropos to nothing is this recommendation.
And incredible writer director. A lot of talented people involved in this film, and it's really fun. You can check it out at wages.movie. That's wages.movie. Oh my gosh. The studio called right at the end of that.
Incredible. Such a coincidence.
I'm going to take it and see what kind of Christmas movie we're making today. Here we go. Hello? Mm-hmm. Merry Christmas. Yeah. We provided you a lot of great movies this year. And okay. I'll try. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Bye. She said that I need to try to be a little bit more humble. I don't know what that's about. She also said that she emailed you our assignment today, Seth. So let's hear it.
She did. I'm reading it right now. So our genre. I've gotten to where I can hear the music. Like I can hear the podcast music underneath.
Yes.
That sounds dumb to our listeners because they always hear it. But like we don't hear the music while we're recording. Yes. And I've gotten to where I do start hearing it. The genre we got is Swashbuckler.
Ooh. That's fun.
That's very
I didn't even
fun.
know that was in the generator.
No, the tone is gentle. A gentle swashbuckler.
Ooh.
Which feels like the beginning of an idiom or an adage, like an old saying. A gentle swashbuckler is you can trust indeed. The demographic is men 1,000 plus years old. Very narrow. Very narrow demo. And a mandate, we got a genre mash. So
Genre mash.
rolling it again, we got Swashbuckler and Holiday.
Holiday. I'm sure that was not planned on our Christmas episodes.
That may have been the only part that was planned. But yes, Holiday, Swashbuckler.
That's gentle.
Rolling the mandate again. So that we, because we got genre mash, now we're rolling it to get an actual mandate. We actually got a wild card mandate that not wild card, but a special mandate that we haven't gotten yet on the show.
Okay.
Which says, we are open to ideas. Feel free to re-roll one component of your choice.
Interesting.
Yeah. I want to re-roll the tone. Do you?
Yes, gentle.
Yeah.
As fun as it is to think about the gentle swashbuckler. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it. So we got a genre match and that would basically be like your wild and Uno.
I don't remember how to play Uno. I never remember. So rolling the tone again. Optimistic.
Okay. I like that.
So we've got, let's recap. We've got a SWAT, because I had to re-roll several little things here. We've got the genre. We've got a Holiday Swashbuckler.
That is optimistic.
That is optimistic for a demographic of men 1,000 plus years old. And no mandate.
That is it. Okay, yeah. I'm sure we'll get a wild card one of these days.
Holiday Swashbuckler.
Okay, so optimistic holiday swashbuckler. Here we go.
The Writers Room Game Show has begun.
It's hard. I feel like we should do something. It doesn't need to have like your quintessential holiday carrot. Like you could do like a elf and Santa Claus and like them go on a mission or something. I feel like it would be fun to do. Swashbuckler to me is what would you say are your quintessential swashbuckler movies?
Pirate movies, like
Yes.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, totally.
Clearly the classic favorite, Cutthroat Island. No, I'm kidding. It's literally one of the biggest box office bombs in history.
Muppets Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure Island, hands down, a film that I insisted on loving while holding on to the last threads of my childhood.
Yeah. So
Plus, I love the Muppets.
is there I'm trying to think, because Indiana Jones is sort of like, right to me, that's right on the cusp of like swashbuckler and like
Adventure serials, you mean?
Yeah, adventure serial kind of stuff. The holiday aspect, I'm like, it could be fun for if there was some sort of, trying to think of like plot wise, story wise, to incorporate like pirates kind of take it, because they're always stealing treasure. So what if part of that was like stealing holiday gifts?
I 100% agree. I'm feeling like Swashbuckler, a holiday Swashbuckler. I think you said a second ago you don't want to do a Santa and the Elves kind of a thing, but
if it's
I
like
kinda
pirates
want it.
taking from Santa and the Elves, that could
If
be
it's like
kind
Santa
of fun.
versus pirates. Like
That's
I'm
pretty
kind of
fun.
all for it.
That's pretty, and I think men 1,000 years old would love that kind of thing.
I think so too. The specifically one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, one man specifically would really love that.
1,000 plus year old man. Swashbuckler films, according to Wikipedia, are a subgenre of the action film genre, often characterized by sword fighting and adventurous heroic characters known as swashbucklers. Yeah. Real historic events
So
often
great.
feature prominently in the plot. Morality is often clear-cut. Heroic characters are clearly heroic, and even villains tend to have a code of honor, though it's not always the case. There's often a damsel in distress and a romantic element.
So what if we had old Saint Nicholas, and
Has this been done? I feel like, has this been done where there's like a...
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a real historical event that happened. We can spin off as sort of a legend.
Well, it doesn't have to.
of pirates
doesn't have
and
to.
Santa.
But Christmas Chronicles is
The
one
Kurt
that
Russell thing. I still haven't
Kurt
seen
Russell.
those.
I haven't either. There's also Klaus, which I haven't seen, but I heard was
That
great.
one's awesome too. Yeah, I need to watch that this month.
Or Klaus, I guess it's pronounced.
Klaus. I wonder what the name Chris Kringle came from, because
Chris Kringle.
Yeah, isn't that like another name for Santa Claus?
Yeah, I don't remember where Chris Kringle came from. I know Santa Claus came from Saint Nicholas, and I believe it was the pronunciation of Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas that he became Santa Claus. Oh, English figure of Father Christmas and the Dutch figure Sinterklaas. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's just a coincidence. There was Saint Nicholas and Sinterklaas.
I'm fine with just having your like
Standard Coca-Cola Americana Santa Claus. Yeah, I agree.
I want M&M Santa Claus. They do exist. I want that Santa Claus.
I thought you meant Eminem the rapper Santa Claus, and I was trying to go there with you.
Dude, like I want the Coca-Cola polar bear to be a prominent part of this story.
I'm all for that.
Like the
if we're
pirates-
talking like Christmas as an IP, like taken to the swashbuckler genre, I'm in. I'm all in.
The most iconic commercial Christmas characters.
So let's see.
But I'm
Santa.
imagine these pirates from, your sort of coastal Pirates of the Caribbean kind of pirates somehow making it to the North Pole. They've, they have to wear, like fur coats and stuff to survive in the North Pole. They're like floating their boats through icy waters, and they end up befriending a polar bear, and it like joins them. Like instead of you usually have like a monkey or like parrots or whatever on the ship. Like you have these pirates with this badass Coca-Cola polar bear. I'm like, that's a cool visual to me.
So we're talking the Ready Player One of Christmas is what we're talking about.
I don't know why
here.
this is so funny to me.
It is. It's fantastic. So
it's like,
real quick, we have to like lightning round. We've got to go through and find as many Christmas characters, like Christmas icons as possible. We've got Santa Claus, the polar bears.
Dude, Krampus. Krampus. The evil.
You went straight from Santa, polar bears to Krampus?
I'm sorry. It's just like maybe it's a villain character. Who knows?
The Grinch?
Yes. Rudolph,
Krampus.
of course. And the reindeer.
Rudolph. Which we were talking about this. No, it wasn't on air. This was me and the VFX and Chill gang. We're talking about how Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Dude. It's a very problematic story because only is his disability accepted when it proves useful.
It's true. Very true. As long as you can light my sleigh tonight.
Then I'll keep you around. Then you have worth. That's pretty bad.
I just thought of this, Seth. Blackbeard versus Whitebeard. Pirates versus Santa.
Good God.
It's perfect since it's the iconic Santa thing is the white beard, and you have a freaking pirate named Blackbeard.
So we need like the Avengers like in game in the third act of like all of the Christmas IP, like Spider-Verse.
All the Christmas and then all
Christmas
the famous
IP.
pirates on the other side.
This is into the Santaverse is what we're looking at here.
Blackbeard versus Whitebeard, semicolon, into the Santaverse.
Okay, this is the $1 million question. Where does Jesus fit into all of this?
Baby, but specifically
right
baby
at the
Jesus.
center, right? Specifically baby Jesus. Right at the center.
This is so sacrilegious. And my
I think Jesus can handle it. Come on,
I think,
what is it?
what if they're trying? The pirates are trying to take baby Jesus.
Oh my God, I love it. So that.
Like Santa is protecting baby Jesus.
Oh my God, it's like the Mandalorian with Santa and baby Jesus.
This is so dumb. Yeah, instead of Grogu, it's baby Jesus.
Santa and baby Jesus.
The thing that's so funny to me is that the time periods are so different from all these things.
So there has to be some kind of time travel that happens to where,
like in Into the Spider-Verse, where it's like they're getting all sucked into this one dimension.
Okay. Think about this. Star Trek First Contact. Have you seen that? I don't know how big you are into Star Trek. I don't know if we've talked about Star Trek.
I like the Next Generation. I'm very much into. That's the only series I got really into.
But movie-wise, did you see any of the movies?
The even number of movies I saw.
Okay. Yeah. First Contact was an even number. That was the Next Generation movie. It was the one with the Borg.
I didn't see the Next Generation movies.
Okay.
Movie-wise,
first off,
I've only seen the original.
Dude, you gotta genuinely watch First Contact. First Contact is like, it's the most like commercially.
I see the poster in my head with Picard there in the center.
It and Voyage Home, the whale one, those are kind of the most commercially accessible ones. First Contact's an all-out monster movie. It's really great. Like,
that's
really,
awesome.
really fun. In that story, the Borg go back in time. The Borg are this evil race of like cyborg being, whatever. They go back in time to moment where, sorry, I'm just realizing more Christmas characters that are going to appear in this. They go back in time to the point of, in history of first contact, when humans made first contact with alien species, and I believe they were Vulcans. And it's this character played by James Cromwell who invented warp drive. So it's this pivotal moment in history. The Borg go back and stop it from happening. So the Enterprise has to go back and stop and like help. I forget the character's name, but help James Cromwell's character like invent warp.
Was he in the reboot as well, the JJ universe?
James Cromwell?
Yeah.
I don't know if he wasn't in the JJ verse, but he definitely was. He might have been in the Picard show, but I didn't finish the Picard show.
Continue.
So my point is like, what if Blackbeard somehow who our villain goes into the past, either by accident or on purpose?
Yeah, it's like magic gold or something.
Stops Christmas from happening. So Santa has to go back in time and protect
like to Bethlehem?
the baby Jesus. Yes.
So it's more placed in like the Middle East, more than like the North Pole that they're like going back.
Not not unless Jesus can get offset, like knocked out into another universe. So Santa has to like find baby Jesus and get him home. The whole story is about him getting baby Jesus home.
Yeah. What if Blackbeard ends up taking baby Jesus and this takes place sort of in the
I'm sorry. This clip right here, Rene. If you have a social clip that starts with that sentence, so people will have absolutely no clue what this episode about. I take it back. They'll immediately have every understanding of what this episode is about.
So
Blackbeard goes back in time and kidnaps baby Jesus.
I'm like, that way Blackbeard can take baby Jesus and they're on the 7 seas. You know, it's like your classic Swashbuckler. And it's Santa, and Blackbeard's obviously the bad guy in this. And it's Santa having to leave the North Pole, somehow make it, and it's him being the Swashbuckler, sort of he's a fish out of water, so to speak. He's literally in the water, though, because he's on a boat. But it's, Santa and all these Christmas characters in the hot Caribbean sort of air trying to get baby Jesus back. Send him back because he's like, that's the first Christmas. Christmas can't be Christmas without Jesus. So you have your pro-Christian sort of message in there as well. So we get a big box office from the Christian crowd.
So this is a faith-based film now, is what you're saying.
But that's something.
Pretty confident we're breaking enough rules for that to not apply. But
I love Jesus, and that's why we're trying to. That's why we're trying to get him back.
Just pause. I love Jesus. 100%. We are pro Jesus on this in this movie.
But the thing is, I still like it being placed like in the snow, being in the North Pole, because to me that feels so Christmassy. But there is something to Santa.
Well, I think
sort of ripping off.
It doesn't have to be a pirate. We're stuck on the Swashbuckler thing being a pirate, but like we don't have to have pirates. We can have what's an antagonistic force that could be? If we're talking about other universes like the Santaverse, then we need. And it's specifically Christmas, like all the other Christmas universes. We have to, whatever that means. We have to.
I'm just imagining Spider-Verse, where it's you have Saint Nicholas, and then you have Coca-Cola Santa, and then you have it's all these different Santas from different universes.
Exactly. You have Bad Santa. You have Claymation Santa. You have Richard Attenborough Santa. You have Black and White Santa.
Yes.
Yeah,
totally.
100%.
You have Tim Allen.
You have Tim Allen. You have the Santa Claus. Oh my God.
Okay, I'm liking this.
Or just Tim Allen. Not even Santa, just Tim Allen. They just get Tim Allen.
They it was before he became Santa Claus in that universe.
I'm a big fan of this.
So I like all the I like that idea. I don't know if I'm sold on the baby Jesus idea yet, but I am.
I'm 100% sold on the baby Jesus idea. So because that's keeps Jesus at the center, and somehow
Jesus is always at the center.
Reconciles the secular side of Christmas and the sacred side of Christmas.
Yes,
I'm a big fan of this.
It unifies them.
Yes, fully unifies them flawlessly.
Peace on earth.
So what is our antagonist? Who's our antagonist? What?
Dude, I still like Blackbeard. I like the Blackbeard versus Whitebeard thing.
So how does Blackbeard, what does he want? And how do we get to the sci-fi place? Is he given, you've got to expose Blackbeard to North Pole culture and Santa and the idea of, I don't even know if the timelines line up that way, but the idea of treasure that Santa has, which that's not really part of the mythology of Santa necessarily.
Treasure. But you do have Santa's workshop. He has the ability to make anything and any toys or whatever. There's some sort of trying to think and what baby Jesus has to do with any of it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because if the plan is to take baby Jesus out of the timeline, because Jesus wasn't born, there'd be no Christmas or whatever. So it's I hate Christmas. I want to, Jesus was the start of Christmas. Without Jesus, there'd be no Saint Nicholas. Without, whatever. And so if it's someone that, take out Blackbeard or the pirates or whatever. If it was someone who's I hate Christmas, I don't want Christmas to be a thing anymore, I'm going to take Jesus out of the timeline. Although, if they were really evil, they'd try to kill baby Jesus, which would do the same thing.
Well, but that's the thing is if Santa can subvert that from happening, but in the process accidentally get him and baby Jesus stranded somewhere in another universe.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
So the whole idea, with First Contact, the Borg go back to that moment because cut off humanity at that point is to cripple them. It's a weak it immediately cripples them because they don't have warp drives, never invented. They don't have any technological advancement, and they are immediately all Borg.
Yep.
So the question then is why would Blackbeard want to cripple Santa or cripple Christmas in general. Like, Santa may not be his bad guy. Like, Blackbeard may not even be targeting Santa. He can just be targeting Christmas in general, and Santa is going to save it.
What is Blackbeard's beef with Christmas?
It's the question that plagues us all. I don't know
I
a lot
always
about
think about that.
Blackbeard.
This time of year, I always think, why does Blackbeard hate Christmas? Is there a character that
when did you say the timeline was with St. Nicholas?
St. Nicholas' age. He died at 73, and it was 343 AD.
Okay, Blackbeard died
340.
1718.
That's quite a while away. Is there any characters like Christmas lore that it's like other than like the Grinch that like hates Christmas?
Scrooge.
Like an evil version of Scrooge that kidnaps baby Jesus?
Wow, you search Blackbeard Christmas and you get this really weird action figure of Santa with guns, and I'm not crazy about it.
Blackbeard versus Whitebeard.
Blackbeard Santa bundle. What is this? What is Blackbeard Santa? Is that from Rainbow Six? It's a Rainbow Six thing.
Jesus, or it's Santa like super buff with a huge assault rifle.
Yeah,
which has got to be in our movie. I'll be honest. The Rainbow Six Jesus.
The Rainbow Six
Santa.
Blackbeard Santa.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's come back to the reason. Like, let's talk about just some like maybe some set pieces and things that could happen, because I feel like we can kind of figure that. I feel like we're kind of stuck on
the story.
well, the story, that inciting incident stuff. But I feel like we can still kind of, if we kind of go forward, we can maybe figure out what that is. Sort of fill in.
Here's
that
all the
spot.
Locations that we know exist, and so that we can kind of talk about set pieces around them. So like Santa's workshop, the ocean.
Yes. Outside of the Arctic Ocean. Outside of the
Arctic
North
Ocean. That's fun. What is it? Arctic? If it's North Pole, like
I'm actually not sure. Like, so I'm thinking like it would be interesting to see a pirate ship sort of in icy waters outside of the North Pole or whatever.
It is the Arctic Ocean. That's fun. Pirates
Especially
in the Arctic Ocean.
If there's some sort of, because we've seen in Pirates of the Caribbean these magical objects. You have the Fountain of Youth, and you have this gold. I'm trying to think if there is some sort of gold or treasure that makes that it creates a time travel or time portal or something. What's up?
Think of this. Think of our entryway in as like a pirate. Just the idea of a pirate movie in the Arctic Ocean is like very cool to me. Like I don't remember.
Super cool.
I don't remember a Pirates movie doing that, but I have only seen the first 3 of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. But so imagine our way in. We open. Starts out as just a cool idea for a pirate movie of like pirates in the Arctic, right? And it's Blackbeard, and we don't know where he's like on a mission going somewhere very specific. He's got men that have like frozen to like straight up ice. Like he can just crack their arm clean off.
Exactly. Yeah.
0%. This is like a full 0% scenario.
And
So
it's Blackbeard with a big fur coat with like it's like a grizzly bear or something.
Like the dude in How to Train Your Dragon,
Yes,
the bad
exactly.
guy in like the
Huge
second
guy.
one, I think,
Yeah.
the Jimon Honsu character.
Yes, love it.
So, or Jaimon Honsu, sorry. So he is walking, they're sailing into this like snow-filled icy area, and we come to find he gets off and he's at the North, they're at the North Pole.
Yeah.
Because they come across just one item, one like one sign or one like candy cane pole like sticking out, like some little
see
signifier.
That shot, a low angle of that, and then you just see the boots step out, and it's like, oh shit, he's trying to take something at the North Pole. Yeah, I like the it's like
we found it. What is it? And they turn it's just this big candy cane like coming up, or like a candy cane lighthouse or something, and in it is some elf, and he like throws the elf out into the ocean, and and so. And so then the idea is he is hell-bent on whatever. It's kind of a vague, like whatever. We can make up a mythology if we want, like a secret treasure.
If we make up, if it's some sort of object or treasure that Blackbeard's already got all these, he has on the boat, we can establish early on that he's able, if there's some sort of legend about the 7 treasures of the 7 seas or whatever, and he's already got 6. And the treasure from the Arctic is the only one that he doesn't have, because it's like, why would it's going to be the most treacherous thing as a pirate is to go to the North Pole. But if there's some sort of treasure or like a jewel or something like that he's trying to take so that he can conquer all 7 seas.
Yeah, and it can have powers. Like, well, I guess we're getting into Infinity Stones here, but the idea
Yes, exactly. Each one has a power.
The thing I was going toward was like, if he's either I like that. idea, because what I was going to propose was that in the process of getting there in Santa's workshop, we can get away with there being some kind of device that is technology that's elven technology. Is that the right word? Elven technology for
kind of Lord of the Rings-esque, but they're elves.
Yeah, it's like universe bending, or like
to me, most in a Santa workshop, the power that I feel like they would be using would be the power to create objects out of nothing, because they're making all these toys. But you could also have like a power to speed or slow down things. So it's like they use this so the elves can create
a tempo gun.
Yes, tempo gun. They can create 1,000 toys in a minute because they're moving so fast and like whatever. But like if that was like a time travel device as well, that could, I'm not sure. I'm like maybe.
Or if there's a way, like it doesn't have to be time travel. It's just like parallel universe travel. Like the idea of just like an anything jewel. Like that's like where they harness the power. The elves harness the power, like to be able to create.
What if it breaks?
Anything.
And that's what, there's a big fight, pirates versus elves, fight there as he tries to take it. And during the fight, a sword hits the jewel. It's like a Santa and Blackbeard are fighting, and the sword hits the jewel, and it's sort of like shatters and it breaks the universe, sort of.
I wonder if Santa should be our main character. I wonder if instead Santa should be like the Dumbledore kind of character.
That's interesting.
We should have a lead elf who can be kind of an underdog hero.
Almost like your Orlando Bloom in Pirates.
100%.
But I guess it'd be Legolas. He's the elf.
Yes. Yeah.
That kind of character where it's even like if it's, I don't know. I guess we can make our own rules. I like the idea of an elf or someone that wants to be an elf that hasn't been able to prove themselves to be, if there's this little elf girl that is, she's always looked down on, but there's something that, like that underdog sort of character.
What if it's Rudolph? What if it's Rudolph? And what if we write the wrong of our Rudolph story?
Yes, I love that. But I feel like Rudolph, I don't want to see them prancing around on all fours the whole time. I feel like they should be walking on 2 feet.
Well, then let's at least take the opportunity for a character to tell Rudolph, like, you're valuable even without.
Yes. No, but I'm saying, like, it could be Rudolph, but he's walking around on 2 feet instead of 4.
That's your thing. You just don't like characters walking on 4 legs. That's your main thing.
It's hard. No, it's hard. There's animal movies where it's like all the animals are main characters and they're able to do human things even though they're.
It's hard to imagine swashbuckling with a 4-legged creature because you don't get like the sword fighting and stuff.
Exactly. So yeah, but I like your idea. If it's Rudolph and then like what if it's like the reindeer? They like take care of the reindeer. Like what would you call it? Like the horse handler or whatever.
Horse handler. Yep. The horse handler.
I don't know what they're called.
Horse boat. But, horse hunt.
Like the person that takes care of reindeer is sort of the protagonist. So it's like a buddy thing, like her and Rudolph that are, and she can ride Rudolph and do, because I don't know if, I don't want to
I'm all for that.
Because I really do like your idea. Us righting the wrong of Rudolph, or it's like, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But only because of this, your disability is providing me something.
Exactly. Like making sure, we can even just do it as a quick, a quick throwaway joke, like moment, like a Ted Lasso kind of like moment of just like, you have value even without, you are not your results.
And his red nose not only gives off light, but it's a laser that can kill people.
Oh, damn. That's awesome. I'm seeing this, by the way, as like a PG-13.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Cool. So I wonder if
it's like Pirates. It's
100%.
very family but there's like some dark stuff. They're like, ooh, I wasn't expecting that in this Disney movie.
So one place I was going to go is that I like this anything stone. Ooh. That's where Santa harnesses all of his.
We are getting facts from the studio. Wildcard mandate. We have 13 minutes left. 14 minutes left. So we're going to read off this. Seth, are you getting a fax coming through?
I am.
Okay, it looks like I didn't get it, actually. I'm wondering if you got the fax this time, Seth.
Yeah, it's coming through slowly. Sorry, it's the special ink that...
Oh, so yes, the invisible ink. You have to pour special snow from the North Pole on it to reveal it.
This was submitted by Ryan Wellborn. This wildcard mandate says that it needs to have at least one scene that can be ported over to a mobile video game.
Oh, that's easy. We've got lots of sets. We'll just have to pick which one of them we want to. It can be a side. It can be a side scroller. It's sort of like jump over the objects as they pass you, kind of thing.
I'd say so. Third act. Sorry, I'm trying to grab a story clock notebook I haven't used.
Seth is in the background grabbing a story clock notebook from Plot Devices. You can pick them up on plotdevices.co. You can get a digital version right now using the code DG30.
DIGI 30.
DIGI 30 because it's Cyber Month, Cyber December. check it out on plotdevices.co.
Thanks, buddy. Nicely done. So we have our 8 sequences. We have our 4 acts and our 8 sequences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm thinking we have like our end game. In fact, I wonder if I could.
Dun, dun, dun,
Next year we're using Miro, so we can actually draw and do things like and share them. But
I love that.
So I'm thinking cutting it into 4 acts. That 4th act needs to be, which again, everybody
massive battle.
we always talk. Yeah, that needs to be in game. That needs to be like
all the
so
Santas
that we need to have,
and Coca-Cola.
so we need to have
Polar
talked
Bear.
about. We need to have like alluded to the other universes and been to another universe, but not all of the universes yet.
Yeah.
So
That's when
I
they all
think-
join. Santa's standing there, beaten and bruised by Blackbeard, and then he's like, "Santa, on your left."
no, sorry, my left.
No, it would be Rudolph and the girl, I guess.
Yeah, it absolutely would be. So all universes.
Yeah.
That means this needs to be one other, like that's where they're usually stranded. So we need to be stranded in another universe.
I think so. Because I
so
think I think your first act is sort of establishing our protagonist, the North Pole, and Blackbeard, his quest, what he's really trying to accomplish, sort of establishing the magical object that is there, and then your second act, I guess, break into second act would be that the attack on North Pole.
Could our main character be a snowman? So then when they're abandoned in another universe, they're abandoned like in the Caribbean, and
That's really interesting, actually.
and then they're melting.
Is it Frosty?
Yeah. Could it be Frosty?
Yes. I'm trying to think.
I like to be a girl though, so I don't know if like
We can just make one up.
yeah. I think we just make up a
Whatever
snow
her name
lady.
is. I don't know like Frosty's the only snowman that people know of. So we'll just come up with the original idea.
And wasn't it Frosty's wife? Did she even have a name? Was she just known
Frosty
by
had
her
a wife?
counterpart? Yeah, I thought so because they got married with the. And that's how the song goes. Like,
What if it's Frosty's daughter?
make you a wife one day. Yeah, Frosty's daughter. I'm all about that. The child of Frosty.
Yes. Child of Frosty
Okay.
is the title of the movie. Into Child of Frosty, semicolon, into the Santaverse. Dude, what is her name? Like snowman names. That's my
What's something
Google
like
search.
what just words related? Look up words related to ice and snow. I'm gonna keep working on our structure here.
Snow White.
No, I mean stuff like snowflake or like ice chip, like chip, or gliss, like something like blizz. Sounds weird.
I don't like that at all.
Either. I don't like that at all.
Okay, 75 names that mean snow, ice, or winter for your little ones. We've got Alba, which is Spanish for bright
Jessica
or white.
Alba.
Her name is Jessica Alba.
It's Jessica Alba.
We have Lumi, Lumi. That means it's Finnish for snow. We've got Erwin, which is a Welsh name meaning snow. Chan, Chinese name meaning snow. What is it? Ivy. That doesn't sound like snow, but I guess that's...
Erwin was kind of cool, and so was the one before it.
We can do that. It kind of sounds like Arwen, which I kind of like.
What was the first one? Well, Arwen, now I'm just thinking of our friend Arwen Rabinowitz. Just
Arwen. Frostine.
No, what was the one before Erwin?
What was it? I actually don't know. I
Lumi.
said Chan. Lumi.
I think Lumi's a cool
Okay,
name.
it's
And
Finnish for
I
snow.
a
Let's do
friend
it.
of mine's daughter's named Lumi, and I think
Lumi.
it's a cool name.
Lumi is our protagonist, the snowman. So I like the idea of
Lumi and Rudolph.
what if Lumi is there and she's out in the snow. She actually sees Blackbeard's ship pull up. He grabs the elf, throws him off, and she's like freaking out. So she quickly goes
Tries to warn them.
She
Yeah.
tries to warn them, but right as she's warning them is when a wall breaks open and it's like Blackbeard and the pirates, coming to take the jewel or whatever. And so she, survives the attack, but something happens causing the universe, whether it's the jewel splitting in two or something or breaking, which causes the universe to...
What if Blackbeard takes the stone and then she tries to get it back?
But she's sent back with him to his universe. I feel like that happens too soon, though, if that's...
He's in the same universe though. Like he's
Gotcha.
He's getting it for the power to create anything, to create armies and to create like weapons and
I create life and
Yes.
destroy it. That's a line
yes.
from Jupiter Ascending.
And so
Yeah, I like that.
Rudolph can't be with her the whole time because it's Lumi and Jesus. Remember?
That's right, baby Jesus. But how's baby Jesus? Oh, she travels somewhere. Or is baby Jesus already in the North Pole? Now I'm losing because we changed it to be
he wants this stone. Santa's like elves are fully prepared. And
they've
Blackbeard
created
loses.
weapons. They've created swords and different things.
And we get to see what that stone, like what they can do. We get to see like all the power and why he would want that. Blackbeard loses, but he finds a way to go back and stop Christmas from happening. And she follows him. Okay.
Maybe he's trying to get that. Maybe there is a time travel device separate from the Arctic Sea Jewel, or whatever we want to call it, the Arctic Sea Treasure, which is the power to create something out of nothing. And he's like, if I can't get it this way, I'll do it myself. I don't know, but see, now just having a random time travel device that doesn't have anything to do with our jewel seems like it's just too convenient.
Well, if there's 2 or 3, there's like the jewel of creation, the jewel of time.
Yes.
And,
and if all 3 of them is like the Arctic Sea Treasure or whatever, it's like the 3 jewels of Saint Nick or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like creation, time, and what's a fun third one?
It's got to be something for parallel, parallel universes of like.
What would they call it back? Like, what's an ancient word for different universes or like
parallel
dimension?
Or adjacent or next. So what if it's next so we could do something like then, now, and next. But they assume the next stone, they've never been able to find it. Like, no one knows what happened to it. And that's what he's looking for. Like, maybe he shows up and wants to know where it is. And Santa says, I don't know where it is. Like, we've never known where the next stone is.
Yeah, we've only had 2.
What if the next stone is not? They all assume it means future. They all assume it means future.
Yeah.
But it actually means next, like next to, like side by side, like other. And so when they get it, it opens up the parallel Christmases, and I don't know what significance that has in the story.
Yeah, it's like all and one of them is Baby Jesus.
No, see, that's like third act. Like Baby Jesus, we got to get to Baby Jesus like by the end of the first act.
I'm confused now.
She's
all the different stones.
She would have to get like stuck with Baby Jesus and trying to get him home while Blackbeard is trying to find him.
Yeah, and that maybe is like in Bible times where she's like in the Lumi's in the desert, like just trying to survive, and it's them in Bible times. It's Blackbeard trying to take Baby Jesus while Lumi's trying to protect him, and get back to
where you once belonged.
But isn't that where he belonged?
Yes. So it's called Get Back.
Get back
into the Santaverse. Ryan, do you celebrate Cyber Monday?
I do celebrate Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday is one of my favorite holidays. We sit around, watch The Matrix and Johnny Mnemonic.
That's definitely definitely how it's intended to be celebrated, is by spending your money every year. Hopefully you're renting it, so you're constantly spending new money on Johnny Mnemonic.
Yep, exactly. At a discounted price. At a discounted
price. Everyone knows that those 2 films are the things that go on sale. Now, here's the thing. Have you ever wondered, my God, why is Cyber Monday over? Have you ever wondered that?
I have. It ends and you're like, why not Cyber Tuesday or Cyber Wednesday? Like, why can't we always have cyber?
Why can't we always be cybering? So we thought the same thing over at Plot Devices, me and my Plot Devices partners. We were like, you know what? We're bringing Cyber Monday back. They tried to end it yesterday, but by God, we said, no.
Wait, so you're having Cyber Week? Is it Cyber
We're having Cyber December. We didn't just bring it back. We made it every damn day until Christmas. Did you know that now through Christmas, you can get 30% off all digital products the Plot Devices makes using coupon code DIGI30? Yeah.
I can go to plotdevices.co and I can buy a digital version of the Story Clock work at 30% off.
That's right. Not only that, you can get the Storyboard Workbook Digital Edition. You can even get the Story Clock and Storyboard Pro Kit, which is both of those workbooks, Digital Edition, for 30% off. Now through Christmas. All you got to do is use the coupon code DIGI30 at checkout. That's DIGI30, which was your nickname when you turned 30. As we all know, that entire year we were like, what's up, Digi30? This code ends December 26th at 2 a.m., I'm pretty sure. Central, but the point is until now.
Cyber December.
Listen to Cyber Claus. He's a cat. If you go to our site, you can see plotdevices.co. Do it.
Coupon code DG30. Cyber. Without the cyber. Okay, we have 2 minutes now. So let's say our big battle I feel like that needs to be back at the North Pole because it's Christmas.
Yes, like a destroyed North Pole.
yes, just like an in game.
Yeah.
Just ice everywhere. There's fires too, just going, stuff on fire. And then you have basically like Blackbeard, all these pirates. You have, what are some other famous pirates? One-Eyed Willie. You have Jack Sparrow. You have like just tons of, you have like a kraken in the ice or something, or in the icy water.
Oh my God, a kraken. Yes.
Like you've
the
got
nutkraken.
Dude.
We can finally use the nutkraken, which is a joke that I wrote like 3 years ago and didn't know what to do with it.
Because the Nutcracker like suite
is Christmas mythology. Yes.
But you have the Nutcracker suite, but like a hardcore version playing.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
And it's like
not even hardcore, just like full symphony, like
yes, that's what I mean.
Nutcracker
like a big,
suite. Yes.
Like adventure movie.
You mean hardcore, not like
heavy metal.
Not like POD playing
But you have like a narwhal versus a kraken, like in the icy waters, and then you have like Santa versus Blackbeard with their swords, and then you have like Rudolph and the reindeer flying through the skies, fighting people. Rudolph shooting people with lasers from his nose.
Yeah, that's what we're working up to.
Yes,
that's our whole goal here.
And
we've got magic stones, a destroyed base, and then a massive multi-universe war. This is in-game. This is Christmas in-game.
There's a close-up on Lumi, and the music crescendos, and then she goes, "Santas assemble!"
Or no, Santa is real, and then Dumbledore Santa shows up.
They just
I was going to talk about.
I was going to mention this.
I was going to mention the 7 Santas. The idea that there's like he consults with Santas from other universes, like on in like mirrors or something like that, and using the next stone,
like almost like a Zoom call between them, but it's more like
exactly.
It's more what do you call that? More natural, like it's through these mirrors,
magical
mirrors.
Yeah.
So you've got Coca-Cola, Santa, Claymation Santa, Tim Allen, the whole crew.
Tim Allen, all your classic Santas.
Ed Asner, Santa.
100% Ed Asner Santa.
I think he should probably just be our in-universe Santa, to be honest.
But then Buddy the Elf is going to be a part of the story, like
That's
natural
true.
universe. I'd rather him show up like in the fourth act.
He's going to be fighting someone with snowballs, just like.
Oh, that's it. That's 100% it.
At the end, okay, we have to pitch this. Our focus group is patiently waiting. I guess we found someone.
Hang on. Okay, Blackbeard tries to Blackbeard infiltrates the North Pole.
Yep.
Succeeds. But Lumi escapes with the stones, possibly.
Yeah.
And somehow her and baby Jesus end up stranded somewhere, and she spends this time. This one's all about getting baby Jesus back, getting to that source, that place that can get her and baby Jesus back where he belongs.
Yeah.
And then this chapter is getting stranded in the Caribbean or stranded wherever, but in another universe. So we meet another universe character and learn the next stone is all about
what if we meet Lumi in a different universe and she's not a snowman? She's like a never mind. I'm making too
something like that. And then we get back here and she's brought all of the other Christmas characters with her to take down Blackbeard. So Blackbeard can spend the whole movie at the North Pole having taken over.
Yes.
And Lumi is off out in the world.
Sitting on Santa's throne.
Yeah.
Waiting.
I don't know how Jesus works into it, but
he does.
He does.
Time to pitch your movie.
Okay, I guess we have someone 1,000+ years old. Let's bring in the focus group. Today's focus group is known by many names: Kris Kringle, St. Nicholas, Father Christmas, but we know him simply as Santa Claus. Santa, welcome to the Writers Room Game Show.
Hi. Hello, Ryan.
You know my name?
Seth.
Yeah,
oh, no.
That's right.
He knows all of our names. He's got a list.
Seth, do you remember that I have a list of
do I remember?
the good and the bad? Yeah. Do you know that story?
I do. I'm curious why you singled me out to ask.
I just wanted to know if you knew about the naughty list and did what you did throughout the year regardless.
I would say I was you weren't at the forefront of my mind, sir, throughout the year. So I can't say I was cognizant of previous commitments that I may have made to you.
That's embarrassing.
It's nothing I haven't heard before, Seth. Nothing I haven't heard before.
Wait, are you drinking whiskey, Santa?
No, it's a little bit of eggnog.
It's very, very brown eggnog.
Well, that's how we make it up in the north, Seth.
What's interesting is you could have just said it was Coca-Cola because we know you're sponsored by. You still have a good relationship with that corporation.
I love Coke, but just Mrs. Claus has got me on a no soda thing, so I've been trying to be a little more healthy.
Interesting.
That sounds right.
Well, you're
For
really
our
down
listeners,
you're really
Santa
down
is
eggnog, apparently. Santa, I wanted to know what your relationship with the M&Ms have been lately, because I know the one time I saw you with them wasn't so great. You fainted
With the M&Ms?
Yeah. Yes.
I think Santa had a little too much eggnog.
Yeah, that's kind of. Trust me. I know that Seth knows what I'm talking about. You get a little too into the celebrations.
Santa, I'm gonna need you to pick on Ryan a little bit. I know Ryan had a child, and that's a pretty stressful time. I heard he got. Tell us something bad Ryan did.
Yeah, Santa.
Something bad, right? Hold on.
He's got a smartphone. I guess the list.
Your list is on your phone.
Now.
Are you kidding me? I'm Santa Claus.
Okay, Santa.
I can make anything. You know how many ponies I've made? I don't even know how we did that.
Hang on.
Wait. I got a smartphone. I'm not a monster. You know what I mean?
No, I mean
no.
Anyway, Brian, you've been pretty good so far. You stole a quarter out of one of the machines at a Pizza Inn, but that was about it. You've been pretty good
I'm really
this year.
sorry about that, Santa.
It's
really
okay. Hey, like I said, too much eggnog, no quarter is safe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Santa, I'll cut to. I know your time is precious. We got a few days until the big night, I guess is what they call it up there at the North Pole.
Look. I'm only here because it was some kid's only Christmas wish. So if we can just get this over with, I can scratch that off the list.
Wait, some kid wished that you would be on the Writers Room Game Show? Is this a Make-A-Wish situation? Why are they not here?
I didn't run this thing. I just got a letter from Josh Canolo.
Josh Canolo. Do you mean Josh Connolly?
Yeah.
Just adjusting his glasses. Okay. That's awesome.
Thanks, Josh Connolly.
Thank you so much.
Well, he was really excited about it, and it's the only thing he wished for.
That's amazing.
I had to do it.
I hope we make him proud. Santa, I'll cut right to the shit. Oh, he's pouring another. That eggnog is Smirnoff branded, apparently.
We get free bottles all the time. We can put in whatever we want.
So you can make ponies, but you can't make eggnog from scratch. How many ponies a day would you say you make?
We're at about a 3 or 4 pony max a day. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but
where is those restraints coming from? Who assigns those limitations on you on the?
Is it Mrs. Claus?
Restraints?
Well, no, Mrs. Claus does run a lot of the logistics, but I'm going to say specifically the 3 to 4 pony rule. It was a sad day, but we lost a few elves, and we tried to push past that a few years ago. So,
that's
really
tragic.
That demanding.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we look. I mean, it's been really hard to compete with Bezos and all the Amazon stuff. So we've been.
How many ponies is Bezos making? I'm sorry. You don't have to. I'm asking you all these business numbers questions.
Yeah, it's all good. You're just trying to get. Look, it's not my first podcast. Okay, it's not my first time.
You make the rounds.
Wondering how the glue is made.
Yeah. That's
totally,
the phrase.
Totally.
Definitely.
Well, we appreciate your willingness to go behind the scenes with us.
I'm really sorry about all the elves too. Like we didn't know.
It's all good. It's all good. Honestly, I don't really remember their names. Shouldn't have said that on live. Can you cut that out?
Renee's going to cut it out. Don't worry. Rene's going to cut it out.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. But I apologize to families of Pinky, Dinky, Linky. Nah, it's Teletubbies. What's the story?
Wait, hang on. Do you also employ Teletubbies at the North Pole?
No, they come by and do shows every once in a while, but they're not really.
Okay.
Yeah, they do like a variety.
They're on the circuit.
The elves love them.
They're on the circuit.
Yeah, the Arctic circuit. Okay, well, let me go ahead and tell you what we're going to pitch you today. So our movie, this temporary title, Into the Santaverse, is the title of our movie, and it's a very fun holiday swashbuckler. The tone is optimistic. You know, we feel really good about Christmas. Obviously, we love having you on, Santa. And our demographic is men 1,000 plus years old.
Okay, so this is a movie made for me.
Yes,
sir.
And
we hope.
And
right,
we actually...
I'm going to judge a little harsher because of that, but keep going. I'm flattered.
I mean, that's about it. So, Seth, if you don't mind, I can jump into our story. We also, I should mention too, we got a wild card that said this. We needed to port this over to a mobile video game as well. So we've got a few set pieces that we think will work great for this mobile video game. Santa, even you could play it on your iPhone there that we saw earlier.
That we clearly saw.
Do I have to update? Because I still have Flappy Bird on this one, and I don't want to lose that.
I think I would imagine. Yeah.
You probably wouldn't need to update, but it's actually very similar to Flappy Bird, the game that we're gonna have. It's like a Christmas version of Flappy Bird, I guess you could say.
Flappy Bird into the Santaverse is what we would like to think of it called. So our whole idea here. Well, Polly, you want to start off? You want to kick it off? You want me to?
I mean, we really, with swashbuckler movies, a lot of people think of pirates. I don't know what your feelings are on pirates, but we know the core of Christmas is really, you got Santa, you got Rudolph, Frosty the Snowman, you got baby Jesus. We want to incorporate these amazing Christmas ideas. Yes, baby Jesus alongside all of these
Sorry, you just casually throw out baby Jesus as a side character.
No, I'm just seeing are we doing like an Avengers shot where we're going around and seeing all that?
We'll get to that. It's going to be a great action adventure movie for the whole family. And I'll just set the stage here. Our movie starts. We see a pirate ship go across the seas, but it's not where you would typically see a pirate ship. We're in the Arctic Ocean near the North Pole. This pirate ship glides through the icy waters in the North Pole, and it arrives. And pirates, you hear them say, "We found it! We found it!" We see a candy cane coming out of the snow, and 2 big feet, doom, doom, hit the snow. It's Blackbeard, the menacing pirate Blackbeard, who has found the North Pole. And through the first act, we kind of see through exposition and visuals that Blackbeard has actually almost conquered the 7 seas. He's gotten the jewel from 6 of the 7 seas. Each of the seas has this ancient treasure, magical treasure, and the only treasure that he hasn't secured.
I'm making notes. Okay.
Yeah, Santa, please feel free to make notes or comments throughout.
Well, you're Santa. You know about the Arctic.
Yeah.
The jewels of the 7 seas, and specifically the Arctic jewel is where, as we all know, you and the elves summon the power to be able to creation, be able to create and.
Oh, speaking of, do you have a jewel there with you? Are you vaping, Santa?
Well, yeah.
We're not talking about that kind of jewel. We're
different
talking about
jewel.
Like a gym.
Well, let me tell you, Frosty got me this stuff. It's worth a lot of jewels, if you get what I'm saying. That's a crazy dude to do a movie about.
I love that you're just taking every character you can, beloved character from our mythology, down with you as you go. This is really.
Well. Don't ever meet your heroes. We got some good berries up here, but. Rudolph.
You don't know any of their names.
Do what?
But you don't know any other names, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Oh, you're talking about the elves are fine. They're fine. They got little squeaky voices, but they're nice. Now, Rudolph's a bit of a diva, but Frosty, my man Frosty, let's just say that man, he gets around. He knows his stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you right there. I think I'm good with my understanding of Frosty and what I've got. I think
he melts from the heat long before winter's over, if you know what I'm saying. So
wow. I wish I didn't know what you were saying, and I absolutely do.
Well, anyway, I got to know Blackbeard's invading my home. Great. I'm super entertained.
Okay, yeah.
Super into this.
Blackbeard shows up, and of course, he's gotten 6 of the 7 jewels of the seas, and the only ones he hasn't gotten is the 3 jewels at St. Nicholas. And so, yes, I think, right, Seth?
Well, yeah.
The jewel of the Arctic is what
the jewel of the Arctic. I think we're down to this one because it's the jewel of creation. Yes. And Blackbeard has several other jewels.
Yes.
Which have other powers.
Oh, think of them like the Infinity Stones, Santa. Not just like the Infinity Stones.
I like the name change from the jewel of the Arctic. That's nice. Santa's 3 jewels makes it sound like it's going after my mistletoes, and I don't really.
It does.
Yes, it does.
Of which you have 3, apparently.
3, yes.
Well,
it's a legend. It's a legend.
When you live as long as I do, sometimes you grow an extra pair of things. So
I didn't realize that was a symptom of time. That's excellent. So
it's been thousands of years, Seth. Yeah. Things happen, okay?
Your body gets bored.
So let me tell you, there are a lot of things you don't know. Okay,
I agree.
All right, continue. Blackbeard, she's looking at the jewel of the Arctic.
Okay, so Seth's going to jump in here.
So at this point, we meet our main character, Lumi, who is the daughter of Frosty the Snowman. Lumi's a snowman. She is very into elf culture, but she's not an elf, of course, and she's not able
sort of
to actually do the job of elves. Bit of an outsider. She sees Blackbeard coming and tries to stop Blackbeard, tries to warn everybody, doesn't get there in time. There's a big, awesome battle between the elves. Like, the elves are prepared. Like, we see them use like all of their technology that's powered by this, Arctic jewel that enables them to like create weapons from scratch and fight. There's lots of sword fighting and general all around magic. The idea here is that Blackbeard, however he does it, Blackbeard ends up succeeding in taking the North Pole.
He just destroys.
But the stone is gone.
Destroys Santa's workshop.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, actually, let me jump back here. He's set back at first. That's our opening scene. Like our kind of opening, like not really prologue, but our opening scene sees Blackbeard coming in and he gets like summoned out and defeated. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's not Blackbeard at first. It's like some other pirates he sends in first, right? To try and get in there.
One-Eyed Willy.
The elves, yes, and the elves kick them all out. One-Eyed Willy. So Blackbeard gets this idea. You know what? I've got this other stone from one of the other 7 climates. Not sure that's a thing.
7 cities.
I've got this tundra stone, this tundra jewel that I'm going to, that allows me to time travel. And so Blackbeard's like, I'm going to go back in time. And if I stop Christmas from happening, no one will be there to be protecting this Arctic jewel and I can take it. So it goes back and Lumi is listening in on this whole plan. So Lumi follows him into the time warp whole thing and saves baby Jesus from being killed by Blackbeard. She manages to like swoop baby Jesus out of the manger,
Santa.
But then she and baby Jesus are accidentally sent into like
the Santaverse.
Another universe, into the Santaverse, another universe somehow. And so our movie is about Lumi trying to get Jesus back to... So technically Blackbeard's succeeded because Jesus is no longer in the manger. And so Christmas is not what it is no more somehow. And so Blackbeard can now take the North Pole easily and get the Arctic Stone. So the whole movie, like Blackbeard is kind of at the North Pole having taken it over. And Lumi is now in another universe, a parallel universe, because of another stone that Blackbeard had that let you go to parallel universes. Don't think about it too hard. And it's all about Lumi trying to get baby Jesus back home to save Christmas and then somehow get back to the North Pole and stop Blackbeard and defeat Blackbeard.
Have you ever seen The Mandalorian? Are you familiar with the Star Wars Disney Plus show?
I am. I've made 50 million of them.
Oh, interesting. Shows or like toys? Or?
you actually produced the whole show?
They're everywhere, yeah. If it's not a toy, half the elves are cosplaying as it. So, yeah, I know the...
Okay, that's great. Yeah. So think of it.
I didn't realize that you could create intellectual property as well as like physical toys. I didn't realize. So you could just produce an entire seasons of The Mandalorian if you want to.
Yeah. If I wanted to. Well, here's the thing about the North Pole is it's kind of a lawless place.
Interesting.
And,
interesting. Yeah, like Wild West.
Well, it's cold. Don't get me wrong, and that sucks. We have good air conditioning, but there's also no taxes.
Why would you need air conditioning?
Do you mean like central heat?
All right. Are we gonna? Okay, listen.
I'm just trying to understand, Santa.
Central heat.
Okay. Well, think of you're taking a big swig of that egg.
Wow, that was
so-called eggnog.
What's fascinating to me, though, Santa, is that I'm not sure that I'm pretty confident that's real liquid that you're downing there in real life, if you know what I mean.
Santa's big chuckle there.
Listen. That's what I'm known for. Ho, ho, ho. You know what I'm saying?
Santa is method acting.
Well, Santa, think of Lumi and baby Jesus sort of like the Mando and Grogu.
I get that. And I like the...
What words? That was a weird sentence.
No, I enjoy it. I so far enjoy it. I like the fact that I had zero idea where this was going.
Okay, well, we're not done yet, Santa, because by the time Lumi delivers baby Jesus back to Bethlehem and to get Christmas back, and in this third act, she finds because of all the universes sort of coming together, she actually meets a lot of alternate universe versions of herself. She realizes that there's all these alternate versions of characters that she can bring back to the central timeline to fight off Blackbeard that has now taken over the North Pole. And so our final battle is you have all 7 versions of Santa. We have regular Santa, Claymation Santa, Tim Allen Santa, Ed Asner Santa, Coca-Cola Santa. We have Rainbow Six Siege, Blackbird Skin Santa. We have all these different versions. Fortnite Santa, I'm sure.
There was a version of me in the 80s that would probably be very useful in that. So, yeah, go ahead and throw him in there,
Yes,
too.
Exactly.
80s Santa. Santa from Ernest Saves Christmas.
They come back, and it's Blackbeard sitting on Santa's throne like Thanos in the wreckage of Avengers HQ. And we have this big battle between Loomy and Rudolph that shoots lasers out of his nose. All the Santas. We've got, what other Christmas characters? We got Buddy the Elf, who's just knocking people down with snowballs.
With snowballs.
We've got
we got the Grinch. We got Krampus. He's on our side here. We've got
the
Charlie Brown.
Coca-Cola
all the
polar
peanuts.
bears.
Coca-Cola polar bears. Tim Allen is there. Not even as Santa Claus. He's just there.
That's Tim Allen. Yeah.
Yes.
As Tim Allen.
So we have it's
Jack,
like them facing off against like Blackbeard and Captain Kidd, Captain
other
Morgan,
pirates.
all these legendary pirates, Jack Sparrow, and we've got this big battle where they're flying. We've got the Kraken fighting a narwhal in the icy waters of the North Pole. We have,
but then the Nutcracker takes over the Kraken and uses it as the Nutkraken, and they are then attacking.
Yeah, and this would be a great time to say that our mobile video game is sort of inspired by this battle, and it's sort of a beat 'em up button masher sort of action game where you can choose a character on either side and battle against each other. Really fun game. You're gonna love it.
There's also a version of it that's kind of like Clash of Clan of Thieves of Clash, whatever that's called, the one of the mini where you're like put that put that guy there, hit play games. That's what we're.
Oh yeah,
that's also what we're thinking too.
Real time strategy game. The kids love those these days.
Mm-hmm. No, I know.
And
Those games sound fun. They don't sound anything like Flappy Bird, but I'm a fan. I like it.
There's also a Flappy
So
Bird
there's
version.
also a version where you're just Loomy trying to go through universes and Santas and not hit anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, you see, I wasn't on board until just then. I needed a Flappy Bird element to add to really sweeten the deal.
Santa always does.
And that's and of course our story ends. It's optimistic, so of course our story ends with the heroes winning. We've got Loomy sort of defeating Blackbeard. That is a Paul
also
McCartney
Blackbird.
song.
The character, the titular character from the Beatles song appears as well. It's kind of a lark, like almost an omen.
And all of and Baby Jesus and all the everybody goes back to their universe now saved, and it ends with everybody rebuilding.
Converted to Christianity, he means when he says saved. So everybody ends up celebrating Christmas no matter what.
But our story, we really want to unify the Christian and pagan celebrations.
Just no middle ground. Just Christian and pagan. Those are the two audiences
Gentile.
that exist.
And also Hanukkah is involved somehow as well.
Oh yeah, the other religions universe, the one that's in as well. Yes,
Boxing Day is somehow involved in that.
Many things.
And anyways,
if we don't want to offend just one people group. We want to offend all of them. But I mean, unify all of them.
Yeah.
So that's a story.
If everyone's mad at the same thing, that's you're doing in a way you're doing your job.
Is that what they say, Santa?
Trust me, I've gotten a lot of hate mail.
I bet all that coal that you're putting in people's stockings. I'm sorry, Seth.
How did it make you feel, Seth? Did it make you feel bad? Did you send it? I think you did send me some hate mail before, but
me?
We'll move on.
Seth is very naughty, apparently.
Listen,
you guys need to talk after the show.
It's not that surprising that I would have, that I'm not perfect.
Nobody's
sometimes no. We don't need to talk about that here. That's part of the writer's room show.
Talking Writer's Room Game Show, the post show. For
Talking Seth Sins Writer's Room Game Show.
So Santa, that was our story into the Santaverse. We've got some questions for you. The first question is, would you see this movie? Would you go see this movie? 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd absolutely watch it. I don't really go out in public. I wouldn't go out in public and watch in theaters for, personal reasons. But that's absolutely on my list.
Do you have movie theaters in the North Pole? Do you have
I just don't like to mingle with the elves so much in that way. But
Kringle don't like to mingle.
Yeah.
Kringle no mingle.
It's better.
Kringle no mingle.
I'm sure you have a nice screening room that you use that creation stone.
Oh yeah. We're talking like bows.
Bows, yes.
Like bows and arrows?
No, I have a room for that as well.
Yeah, you've got Dolby Atmos.
I got all the sweet spot. I got a projector. Probably should upgrade. It's been about since 2005, but
okay, yeah, that's fun.
So glorious SD projector.
Yeah, I got 720, man.
That's nice. Yeah.
I got an Xbox 360. I just put the DVDs in and I watch it. So if you it'll be on my Christmas list.
Santa, I think it's okay if you get a little high off your own supply. Like, I feel like you're giving out gifts.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that it doesn't seem selfless as much as it does self-neglect, but I would say I think you can.
Can we get you presents, Santa?
Yeah, you can. Can we get you presents?
Well, I'm running a little dry. If I don't know, I can send you guys. You guys know my address, so
very simple needs and desires.
Simple man.
Well, when you're my age, you've seen everything under the sun.
Yeah, everything. Way under the sun, like 3. Does
the sun come up in the North Pole? Okay, well, let me ask you a second question.
Yeah, but 10, I absolutely would say.
Okay, would you recommend this to a friend? Would you recommend this to Mrs. Claus or the elves? 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10.
Let's see. Yeah. I think I get the gist, but I look pretty cool in the movie.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I'm absolutely letting Miss Claus watch it.
I mean, if
10,
letting her.
If I feel really good about it, then I can just send like a whole email chain to Winkle, Tinkle, Dinkle, whatever. And
I don't think those are their names, Santa. I think you just made that
Winkle,
up.
Tinkle, Dinkle. It's the worst elf names ever.
I bet you the coal that's going to be in your stocking that I have elves here that are named those things. There's probably
signed by Winkle, Tinkle, and Doc. And Dinkle.
There's probably one guy that first name is Winkle, middle name is Tinkle, and his last name is Dinkle. So, boy, don't pretend like you know me.
I suppose it's true. You've got so many elves, you could just say anything, and some elves are going to be named that, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure. Now, they usually don't have any human names. I know one John, but I think he kind of snuck in here. I don't think he's really an elf. He's just kind of a smaller dude.
Interesting.
He's a nice guy.
He came up to the North Pole. Okay, another question for you, Santa. Now, we had an assignment to make a holiday swashbuckler that was optimistic for men 1,000 years old and over. How would you say we adhere to that assignment, 1 to 10?
I'm going to go, just to be fair here.
Okay.
Before you answer, if your answer isn't 10, I'd like to know what film would have been a 10 in those requirements.
Okay. Now, when it comes to those criteria, I think you guys are closer than any other movie I've seen.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 9.
But what film did come close?
What
other films have come close to being a 10 for Santa?
Just in general?
I mean, you said more than other films, but I'm curious, other films that got close, that got near there, what would some comps be? What would some examples be?
Well, Die Hard's pretty much an 8 when it comes to that criteria. It's
perfect
a 10. It's really a 10, but, to be fair.
No movie can be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, but, no, I'm just saying swashbuckling. You got the pirates in there. But once Looney Girl leaves the universe.
It's Loomy, not Looney, but keep going.
Yeah, that's great, Santa. Yeah. Thank you.
It's lost a little bit of its swashbucklingness to me.
Okay.
Unless
is it because you don't think women can swashbuckle, or
no, it's just not really like I guess it's kind of an adventure story, but it feels more like I don't know, I wouldn't describe a superhero movie as swashbuckling. I would, But again, it's not too much off. It's just like
Santa. Do you have a Letterboxd account by chance? You sound like a cinephile the way you talk about these movies.
Yeah, I do. It's under Tim because I don't want people to be really scrutinizing.
Tim Allen.
I should probably change that.
I don't think Tim appreciates.
I don't think so.
You're constantly using his social media accounts.
Me and Tim usually have a joint account stuff. But
it's like on Facebook it says like Santa and Tim and the first name.
Exactly.
Share Facebook. Interesting. Okay, well that's
no, but okay. I'll say I won't be too critical. I think a 10. I think if I was having that assignment, I don't think anybody could do better than what you did. I would say
okay.
I would say moving forward into the story, I don't know, maybe put her on a boat.
Okay. All right. We'll make that change for you, Santa. We'd happy to do that.
Yeah.
And then our final question, Santa, it's a question everybody's been waiting for. Rating 1 to 10. How much, what do you think of our general idea, overall?
Overall.
Oh, 11. Oh, I loved it.
Did we just get a perfect 41?
That was, I mean, okay.
It's a Christmas miracle!
Christmas miracle!
Season finale Christmas miracle!
I to be fair, I was a
I
little
have company
skeptical.
upstairs. They're very confused.
I was a little skeptical at first when he said, "Hey, this movie's made for you," and then started describing a home invasion at my house. But it got a lot better. So I the journey was well worth it, and definitely seeing all the different versions of me would be really cool.
Santa, we'd make you look really good if we made this movie. I promise.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like one note. It's a story idea, but again, I'm not a storyteller. I'm a happiness bringer. But
I didn't know those were. It's like you're either a storyteller or a happiness bringer.
You're either a Christian or a pagan or a storyteller or a happiness bringer.
We have strict lines here. No.
Very black and white.
No, but hey,
4-quadrant system, actually.
Yeah, just an idea here. So Blackbeard attacks at the beginning, and there's all this, well, whatever. That universe's Santa dies.
Oh,
it's like Blackbird, Blackbird, either Blackbird or Blackbeard, whichever. Whoever has a sword at the moment, just like stab Santa.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
No
that.
hope.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right?
Inciting incident.
They go
chops
into the universe.
off his head, Santa. Just the whole thing.
And the first Santa that Looney Girl meets is
Loomy. Yeah.
Is a Santa that is done with Christmas and he's down and out, and you got to convince him to help.
The last
those
Santa.
Are notes there.
So
it was close to perfect,
that's great.
But dude, I would absolutely watch the crap out of this thing.
You a big fan of Into the Spider-Verse, Santa? You big fan of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh yeah, I'm a man of taste.
We can tell.
I can tell
just by your eggnog that you're drinking. We can tell.
Yeah.
You got a taste for something. I'll tell you that.
Although, is that peppermint Bacardi? I'm not sure that would qualify to the man of taste.
Oh no, it's Smirnoff.
Okay,
Smirnoff.
Yeah. Listen. You guys don't understand. December for you guys is just another month. All right.
Yeah.
This is
it's an important month. We like celebrating Christmas, Santa. We love everything you stand for.
Oh, I'm glad. I just sometimes I need a little help standing this month, if you know what I'm saying. So look, I'm here to make kids happy. Ho 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 and all that stuff. But hey,
passion, just a passion for the work.
Look, I'm here to make kids happy, get some cookies, and
Well, we appreciate you that fulfilling that request to come on our show. It's been a real honor.
No, you're good. That's you tell Mr. Canola Oil that his wish is granted. So.
Yeah, I mean, if I see him, I definitely will. I'll let him know. But it's been an honor.
It has been an honor.
Likewise, yeah. Give me a call if you guys have a sequel or a prequel. I have a pretty interesting life.
Lots of life you've lived too. What's your age these days?
What's my age?
Yeah. Do you mind me asking?
I'm a little over 3,000.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I think that lines up.
After the first 1,000, you get a little lost. But,
a little extra testicles.
It took a little time to be the jovial self that I am today. There was some dark times there.
There were dark times.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So you're on the other side of those times.
Yeah. So we're talking.
You're on the up and up.
Oh, dark ages. Interesting.
Yeah. Everyone's Christmas list was pretty much the same there. It was either medicine or not dead.
Sorry, medicine or not dead. Medicine or human life.
Yeah.
I mean, people know what they want. That's good.
Yeah, and that's always, that's easy. During times like that, sometimes the job gets a little easier, but in harder, different ways.
Did you guys have the creation stone at that point, or was it?
They have the what?
Never mind.
The creation stone, the Santa stone, the Santa jewel, the Arctic stone.
Yeah, we did. That's how we made those little like bird mask things that doctors wouldn't have to smell the dead bodies. There was a lot of requests for that one too.
Well, Santa, this took a turn. I was not expecting this.
I weirdly was.
Secrets, man. I got a lot of dark secrets. Let me tell you, there was a friend. I don't remember the friend's name, but he had a friend, Caesar. That was a pretty dark wish that year too.
Yes. Was it
Yeah,
Brutus?
but
Was his name
Caesar
Brutus?
was kind of a bad guy that year. He was on the naughty list, so I thought I'd cross two things off with one stone type of thing. But anyway, yeah, you saw me
Sarah,
know.
have you ever met Justin Robinson? I think you two would get along really well.
Yeah, that's one weird dude. Yeah, man. We go thrifting together.
You go out with Justin. Oh, interesting. Well, Santa, thanks for being on the show. I'm going to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
I know you got your time is precious. We got a few days till Christmas. Merry Christmas, Santa. Merry Christmas.
Please enjoy that timeshare that you've got and that little break you're taking before Christmas. And please drink responsibly. And we love you, Santa. And please forgive me. Please forgive me.
Love you too. Peace and all that. You're welcome.
Turned into Ringo Starr at the end, Santa.
He did.
The Writers Room Game Show with me, Ryan Pauly, and Seth Worley. Executive produced by Grant Wakefield at Weekend Video and Ann Fogerty at Plot Devices. Edited to perfection by Rene Gomez. Our art is by your buddy, Meg Lewis, and our face-melting music is by Ben Worley. The Writers Room Game Show is a Weekend Video production in association with Plot Devices. Learn more about Weekend Video at weekend.video and check out writersroomgame.show to listen to all of our episodes and suggest your own prompts for future shows. And don't forget to rate and review our show on Apple Podcasts. It really helps our show out a lot. See you in the next one.